welcome to another episode of 5 Minutes with Freed. I'm your host, Michael Freed. I'm a litigation partner in the matrimonial and family law firm of Berkman, Botker, Newman, and Shine, with offices in New York City, Westchester, and Long Island. And today, my special guest is Dr. Beatrice Kraemer of Parenting at its Best. So, Dr. Kraemer, welcome to 5 Minutes with Freed.
Thank you very much for having me.
Sure. So, Dr. Kraemer, tell us, what is Parenting at its Best and what's your role in the company?
Well, Parenting at its Best is really an educational and psychotherapy institute. My role is I founded it. I'm the president of it. And it really is helping parents to establish the best possible relationships that they can have with their children, to support them being the best that they can, in society. It was always very important for me to actually help parents to create, is maybe the wrong word, but to help the next generation, which really is the biggest asset of a society, right, to be the best that they can be. So that was my goal to set out when I established that educational institute.
Great. And so, Dr. Kraemer, you know that I'm a matrimonial and family law attorney. When would my clients most often require your services?
One of the big foci that I have is playing the role of a parenting coordinator, which is probably what your clients would want to use me for the most. A parenting coordinator is a impartial person that helps parents that are divorcing or separating, focusing on the parental relationship rather than on the romantic one that they actually are just trying to get out of, right? So I help them focus on keeping the best interest of their children in mind, or of their child, help them implement the parenting plan, come to agreements that they actually really both stand behind on, or help or make decisions or recommendations for them in case they can, depending on how that is finagled out by the court or by their agreement. So really it is also educating them on how the influence of their separation is on the family and all family members, depending on the developmental needs of the children. So it's basically trying to keep potential conflict as low as possible, since that is the biggest risk for the children.
Got it. So what would be the best way for a prospective client or other professional like myself to contact you?
Well, it's either by phone, which would be 646-243-9044, or it would be via email, and that would be beatrice@parentingatitsbest.com.
Perfect. So now, Dr. Beatrice Kraemer, we have now come to the most important part of our show, and that happens to be the question of the week. So, Dr. Kraemer, this is your question of the week. You are offered the opportunity to know exactly what you'll be doing 20 years from now. However, you cannot change your future at all. Would you want to know why or why not?
Oh my gosh, this is so very tempting to know. It's so tempting to know what I would be doing in 20 years from now. And part of me goes, yes, I do absolutely want to know. And then another much bigger part actually goes, no, I don't. Because that would take away the spice of life, if I can put it that way. We all like to be in control of stuff and, of our lives, and not be surprised by major things that that life may throw at us. And that might be a good argument for knowing, so that we can be prepared. But it might also be just very painful to know without being able to actually change anything, right? So I would absolutely vote for not knowing, and just basically prepare myself for being able to actually take and deal with whatever life throws at me. So that would be my answer.
Well, I have to say, Dr. Kraemer, that is an amazing answer. And you have said it all. You are helping parents maintain their relationships with their children one day at a time. And I want to thank you for being a wonderful guest on 5 Minutes with Freed.
Thank you so much for having me. It was such a pleasure.